Hey, do you guys want to come and hang out with me? I'm here protecting the lady. I don't want her to fall when she's going down the slide. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I really do like that. Well, let me tell you about an invention that I know. All right, so this is the invention. It's called Samuel Morse, and it was the telegraph. The telegraph? That is so interesting. Let me come down so I can listen to you. Yeah, the telegraph. So this is a system that used automatic senders consisting of a plate with long and short metal bars representing the equivalent of an alphabet and numbers. That is interesting. So you were able to communicate. People who use the telegraph were able to communicate in a different kind of language that were not alphabets or numbers. That is correct. Wow, that is interesting. You know, I've heard that the telegraph transmits coded signals over long distance. That's right, over long distance. That includes over the continents and over the oceans. That is amazing. That's almost impossible. I would have thought that you can't communicate across the ocean, but it seems like you can. Well, yes, well, thanks to Samuel Morse, you can communicate over the ocean and over continents, sending out electrical signals. The advantages. So what are the advantages? Well, I'll tell you what the advantages are. The advantages are that the telegram can travel across the continent and the oceans, which we already spoke of. And this communication was also used in war and conflicts between nations. Wow, I like that. Thank you very much for the input. Hey Elsa, what do you know about cars? Well, I don't know too much about cars because I still don't have my driving lessons. But what I do know is that these black circles around the car, you see them? There's actually 4. There's 2 on this side and there's 2 on the other side. Those are called tires. And one of the first tires are from Goodyear. Those are called tires. And Charles Goodyear, he's an American inventor. He invented the So Charles Goodyear, he's an American inventor. He invented the vulcanization process. And that's a chemical process that improves the physical properties of rubber. So it includes the physical properties of rubber. Amazing. What can you do with that? Well, that process, you hear about that? That is awesome. So listen, so that process made the commercial use of rubber in 1844. Early uses for the rubber was not car tires as we know today, but it was for waterproofing clothing like raincoats. They were used for making rubber boots, rubber toys, and also a type of ball. What type of ball was that? Well, it wasn't a football and it wasn't a baseball, but the first ball that they used rubber on that we know of is the tennis ball. It's the green ball that is hit with the racket. And today they use it on tires. So if you go outside and you check the labels on the side of your parents' car, you might see that it might say Goodyear. And if it does, now you know where it came from. Hey Ninja Turtle. Hey Ninja Turtle, how you doing today? I'm doing fine. Do you know what the next invention comes from? Do you know what the next invention comes from? Well, I do. I'm not too sure what the next invention comes from, but it probably has to do with something about wheels. I heard Elsa talking about vulcanized rubber. Does it have to do with vulcanized rubber? No, it doesn't have to do with vulcanized rubber because it was made before that. However, it does have to deal with two wheels. And this invention comes from Cypress McCormick, and he invented the mechanical reaper in 1831. And this invention allowed farmers to more than double their crop size. It was like a grain cutting machine. It looked like two wheels, like this motorcycle. It had two wheels, but it also had a horse that was drawn with a chariot that had a cutting blade, a reel to bring the grain, and within reach, it had a platform to receive the falling grain. What were the advantages of that? Well, I'll tell you. The advantages of that are that because it had two wheels, farmers didn't have to because it had two wheels, it was less work for the farmers. And in addition, because you didn't have, and another advantage was that farmers didn't need, and another advantage was farmers didn't need so many people to work on the farm because the reaper cut the labor cost. And another advantage was farmers didn't need so many people to work on the farm. Really? Why not? Well, the reaper did most of the job. So instead of needing 50 people or 30 people to work on your farm, all you needed was half. So if you had 30 people working on your farm, now you only needed 15. So that was one of the major advantages. Well, thank you for sharing. You're welcome. Last one. Hey, do you guys know what the next invention is? I know what the next invention is. Tell me what the next invention is. I'm going to let you know. So this, oh no, I put it backwards. Hey, do you guys know what the next invention is? I know what the next invention is, and I'll tell you. You see this? This is a car, and it doesn't have to deal with the car because the car uses a different principle for braking, and the motorcycle also uses a different principle for braking. But what it has to deal with is George Westinghouse. He invented the air brake. The air brake? What is the air brake? So he invented the air bike. He invented the air brake. This was a revolutionary invention that made a train safer and faster. This allowed the train. This made the train easier to stop. This allowed the locomotive engineer to stop the train easier, and it's adopted by most of the world's railroad. That is incredible. So brakes used air to stop. Today, air brake is used in large, heavy commercial vehicles like trucks, oh, I know, buses, trailers, and trains. Yes, unlike conventional cars that use hydraulic brake system, the air brake is still used today. Okay, so our friend talked about the air brake. I know another invention that George Westinghouse made. He invented the transformer. A transformer? Wow, is that something that changes completely, like from a human to a car? No, not quite, not quite.